Let's take a look at how to safely attach and remove a lightsaber blade from your Star Wars Galaxy's Edge lightsaber. So on the left I have a Darth Vader Legacy lightsaber. This is available from Doc Ondor's Den of Antiquities, so Legacy lightsabers are character-inspired lightsabers. And on the right is a Savi's Workshop lightsaber. So you get these from Savi's Workshop and you build the lightsaber yourself. So it's a design that is original, or you kind of mix and match different pieces to make your own design. It's not based on any specific character. Now, here's the blade. So here's a Galaxy's Edge blade. And if you get a Savi's Workshop lightsaber, a blade is included. If you get a Legacy lightsaber, the blade's not included. So the lightsaber comes in a case like this. It's kind of this hard shell plastic case. And then if you'd like, you can get the blade from Doc Ondor's Den of Antiquities, or if you already have a Savi's Workshop blade, you could actually just swap the blade between the two. So the Galaxy's Edge lightsaber blade does work with both of these, so the Legacy lightsaber and the Savi's Workshop lightsaber. Now, if we take a closer look at the blade, so this is a proprietary blade, so you need to use the specific Galaxy's Edge blade with either of these, whether it's the Savi's Workshop or the Legacy lightsaber. So you can see there's this blade housing at the bottom. It's kind of this black plastic part. And then there's also, on one side, there's this kind of metal piece that extends out, and then on the other there's a smaller kind of metal piece that extends out. That'll be a key part that we'll get to a little bit later in the video. Then we have the plastic blade, so it's kind of this shiny clear blade with a kind of a white color in the middle, and then there's the rounded tip at the top. So there are actually lights throughout this blade, so it's not just a piece of plastic. The actual blade illumination comes from the blade, so you attach these kind of contact points to the hilt, and then that's how you're able to activate the blade. Now, if you want to attach the blade, what you have to do is look inside the hilt. It's a little hard. It might help to have a little bit of light. And you find kind of where there's these breaks in it in the kind of circle. So there's a wider kind of break, and then there's kind of a more narrow one. And then you align these metal parts that I referred to earlier with the respective kind of break in the circle. So the large end goes here and the small end goes here. So all I'd have to do is just kind of match that up. There, and it should slide in very easily. And then once I reach the end, it'll make that sound, so that means that the hilt is actually registering the blade. Now you have to do one last thing. You have to just give it a little twist, and then that kind of locks the blade into place. So there, if you don't do that twist at the end, the blade's still loose in here. And now I'm able to activate the blade. So for this particular hilt, I slide up the bubble strip, and there I've got my lightsaber. And you see that since there's the light inside the blade, you can get kind of this progressive ignition and retraction of the blade. It's really cool lighting effect. There's also the flash on clash, so I'll turn it on again. The blade kind of turns yellow briefly upon a clash. All right, so now if I want to remove the blade, what I do is, basically the opposite of installing the blade, but it kind of helps if you push the blade in slightly. So push the blade in slightly and then turn. So turn to the right, and then the blade will pop right out. So it really shouldn't be a struggle to either install or remove the blade. So it should really kind of slide somewhat easily. So don't really try to force it. Otherwise, you could maybe cause some issues for yourself. So it should be easy slide in, hear the sound, kind of press it in maybe, and twist it to this direction, twist it counterclockwise, while you're putting the blade in, and then reverse it, kind of press it in a little, turn clockwise, and then the blade comes right out. So it's really somewhat easy. Now, I know a lot of people wonder about other blades that you could use for these lightsabers. So for the most part, other companies don't make blades that are compatible with these lightsabers, okay? There's one exception that I know about. There's a seller named Jamu's Playground, and they make a custom Savi's Workshop Galaxy's Edge compatible lightsaber blade. That's really the only exception. Otherwise, so here's some custom blades that you might see or you might have. This is a standard tube blade, so this is something you could use, with a lot of custom sabers that have an in-hilt LED. You can see there's no electronics in this blade, so it's just an empty tube. If you attach this to here, it doesn't do anything at all, and it certainly can't light up because there's no light source. So can't use this blade, unfortunately. Also, if you happen to have a pixel saber or pixel blade like this, this still doesn't work, okay? This is a different kind of blade, and it's designed for custom sabers. It's not designed for these official Galaxy's Edge lightsabers. So for the most part, you need to get this blade from the park, so either from Savi's Workshop or from Doc Ondor's Den of Antiquities. But again, there is that one custom option, at least that I'm aware of. So you can check that out. They're a little bit pricier, but anyway, this has just been kind of a look at how you can very easily attach and remove the blade from either your Savi's Workshop lightsaber or your Legacy lightsaber. So feel free to comment below.